Yeah, we're doing the second episode of Know the Name MS Dhoni. You're listening to Atomic Cricket Podcast. I'm Chirunandhan, your host. I'm joined with Maitreya, and as usual, Maitreya and our special guest Vijay Lokapally, sir. So the second episode is needs to be a thrilling one, and it is from IPL 2016, Rising Pune Super Giants versus Kings 11 Punjab. Rising Pune Super Giants, they needed to win this match to not stay at the bottom of the table, and Dhoni played a blistering 50. So, what's so special about this episode? Why that knock is so special? Maitreya will tell us.
Yes, so it was Murli Vijay versus MS Dhoni that game. Murli Vijay was the captain of Kings 11 Punjab. Kings 11 Punjab won the toss and opted to bat first. RPS got the wicket of Amla early and then followed by the wicket of Saha and then the captain Murli Vijay and Gurkaraj Singh, both of them made a good partnership and hit 50s. But then Ashwin took the wicket of those two players. Then the wickets started falling slowly for the Punjab Kings, for the Punjab Kings 11 Punjab. Then, but they somehow managed to get a decent score of 172. And then the rising Pune Super Giants came out to bat and then Rahane got out early. Then George Bailey got out after him, but Usman Khawaja tried to build a partnership, but he couldn't do so. And then MS Dhoni came in. He hit a beautiful 64 not out there. The way he hit, it was really great because it was a very pressure situation there when he came. See, RPS needed to win this match to not stay at the bottom of the table. So, sir, can you tell us why that innings is so special for MS Dhoni? Why it's so special, and what's with this innings we can tell that MS Dhoni is a really great finisher. So, talk us about that innings, that the way he came out, the pressure situation there around, and how he came in, how he played. So, tell us about even the final over. Tell us about the full match that MS Dhoni is not there.
Yes, it was a close contest as you have described so beautifully. Um, Remember, it was the first time Dhoni was not playing as CSK, right?
Yes.
CSK, yeah, CSK had been kept out of the tournament and as a disciplinary action against the team. But good for them that some of the players got to play for uh, Pune and Dhoni especially. I mean, Dhoni, who wouldn't want to have Dhoni in his team? Uh, uh, the fact that they were playing for a new squad. I remember a lot of Dhoni fans traveling to the game, even though it was a match of no consequence for them because they were just trying to avoid finishing last in the league. But my young friends, if you remember, it was at a ground where he had made a fabulous start to his career by not start. I mean, he had kind of that played an innings of amazing importance for his career, of course, which we will talk maybe in the coming episodes. To go back to Visakhapatnam, it must have been a very comforting thought for Dhoni because it has happened, there are some players who take a liking to a particular ground. Uh, uh, if you see Dilip Vengsarkar, 300s at Lords, a ground where the great Mr. Sunil Gavaskar and Sachin Tendulkar have not been able to hit 100, right? Mr. Gavaskar got a 100 close to his retirement, but then that was not an official game. It was not a test match. So for Dhoni to go back to Visakhapatnam and produce that innings must have gladdened the hearts of those who were sitting in the stands. And of course, Dhoni's fans, because they cannot accept that Dhoni can't do something wrong. He has to be always right. But here, because of the new franchisee, he was not able to guide the team, and they were facing this ignominy of finishing in the end. So it boiled down to the last over, right? It was a stiff target, 23 runs in the last over. Of course, those who know Dhoni, we're always looking forward to an exciting finish, and he did make it exciting finish. But the main thing is he kept his composure. That was most important in that time. He displayed how you can finish a game by keeping your cool. Maybe yes, the target was very stiff, no doubt about that. But then Dhoni, as a cricketer, as a champion batsman, he is known to such situations. And sometimes I used to feel, and I asked him also once, that is it that you like to create such pressure on yourself, where you can take the game to the last and then finish it, because you want people to be tense and people then to be excited, and you want to be a major actor in the drama which happens in a cricket theater. So he just laughed. I mean, he was. I had a very good rapport with him. He was a wonderful person, and very great cricket mind to talk to. I mean, we all know, you must have seen how he reads the game, and how he adapts to the game, adapts to the challenge. So here, this was something which would come naturally to him, and I mean, we got to know later after the game when he said that he had a huge responsibility on his shoulders because it was a new franchisee, and he was feeling bad that he had not delivered. I mean, they were now fighting to avoid finishing last, which was not Dhoni's reputation. I mean, Dhoni had such a strong team; he would always finish strongly. So he was feeling the pressure. He was also feeling the what should I say, the humiliation of the situation where he was not among the top four teams. And but yeah, being a sportsman, he took up the challenge. Uh, and Akshar Patel happened to be the bowler, who was maybe not as good as he happens to be today, but he was definitely a difficult bull to hit because he was good at T20 cricket. So for Dhoni, the challenge was, it came in the form of how to tackle Akshar, because Akshar was going to bowl defensive deliveries. I mean, he knows that he has to avoid. I mean, keep Dhoni away from hitting those big shots. And Dhoni also was up to the challenge because he had to deliver. The whole team was looking up to him, and there was a lot of excitement about the game. Even though, like we talked, it was not a final of a tournament, right? It was a final from the bottom, where the two teams were wanting to not to finish last. So he he did his best, and they again finished in style. This game was 2016, 5 years after the team had India had won the World Cup. So there were a lot of reputation at stake for MS Dhoni. I'll tell you about the last over, but what do you remember? 2011, you both were very young, and this match, how much do you remember?
Sir, I remember watching it live. My father was there with me because that time MS Dhoni was not at his greatest cricket what he played 5 years back or whatever. So my father told Rising Pune Super Giants won't win it. He told switch off the TV. I said no, I'll watch it. And then my cousin brother was sitting. We both watched. My father went away to sleep or whatever. I don't remember. But then that last 12 of 2 was amazing. He hit six of that last two deliveries. I was shocked. I was thinking, yeah, that's why he deserves to be the World Cup winning captain. And I was just amazed. I couldn't react to anything when he hit that last two sixes. I then realized that he's one of the greatest finisher. At that time I was a MS Dhoni fan, but when he gave up his captaincy, that's when I turned to Virat Kohli as my fan. I thought Dhoni had given up his captaincy, but later I realized that it was he gave up because some other situations or whatever. But Dhoni was a brilliant captain, a brilliant finisher. That's what I saw in that live match.
Correct. And Maitreya, what do you remember?
Even I saw it live, sir. That was means I was supported MS Dhoni from that 2011. So whichever team he is in, he was not in CSK. So that time I brought a jersey for the first time. So I brought the RPS Rising Pune Super Giants jersey. So since it was a last match for them for that season, so I wore the jersey and I sat down in front of the TV. I was praying that they should win because I really wanted them to win, because again when we that was a holidays vacation time for us. So when we would go back to school, we would be discussing about cricket with the other friends. Other friends, they support different teams. So when I support RPS, there should be one moment to talk about to them also, like see how great Dhoni is. I should be able to tell them also. So I really wanted one memorable innings from him, and to keep talking about. And that innings, that last match he gave that innings. So that next after the school started, we kept on talking about that innings, because I watched it live. I predicted he would win. So it was really great, sir, that innings, that last 2 balls, 12 runs to win, the way he hit the last 2 sixes. So I watched it live and it was really great for me.
Correct. And it was typical Dhoni innings, because he was converting. Not that all the deliveries were bad. There were some good deliveries also in that over, but of course, I mean, Akshar made the mistake of bowling a wide, which did cost them when you look at it. But Dhoni was picking the even the good deliveries and hitting them with in a very robust manner. I mean, he knew that there was no room for trying to pick gaps and look for boundaries. He had to hit the ball hard. He had to hit the ball hard and long, and he couldn't have taken any chance. So he put the entire strength behind his shots. And if you see how the ball flew from the bat, there was one cross-batted boundary, I remember, which went like a rocket. And then those big sixes, of course, beyond landing in the stands, which is a trademark Dhoni style of batting. But the manner in which he hit those shots showed that he had made up his mind that come what may, he was not going to let down the new franchisee. At least he ensured that they finished seventh. Not the ideal finish for Pune and Dhoni, of course, but he said later that he was feeling bad because the franchisee had spent a lot of money in raising the team, and they had all underperformed, I mean, by their standards. So that guilt was there at the back of his mind, and that's the reason why he went. And if you remember, because I visited the match for this episode, and I remember, I mean, you see the first ball, he refuses a single, because he is in a zone. He is in a zone to finish the game, and he is so sure of himself. So any others also would have done it. They would have refused a single of the first ball, but he benefited. There was a second ball was a wide, so it was. I mean, it suited him. If you see, then he began with the six, right? The first scoring shot of that over was a 6 to long on. And then I remember in the video I saw this cut which he plays of Akshar, and Amla stops the ball. I mean, that was a fantastic save by Hashim Amla. Otherwise, that should have gone for a boundary. And that really set up the over, it created more excitement. The save by Amla. It created the kind of excitement you would have expected. And then, of course, the shot which I'm talking about, the flat bat shot to long off, because it's a very difficult one. And it reflected this amazing strength Dhoni was packing in his shots to have pulled off that boundary. And then, of course, I mean, it boiled down to 2 balls, 12 runs. And I mean, only 6 would have counted. Fifth ball, if you remember, it was again a predetermined. He had made up his mind to swing the ball, and he swung it so hard and long over square leg mid wicket region. He got a six of it, and then of course, the last hit was pure sheer power and timing. The way he connects the ball, nothing wrong in the way Akshar bowled because he did his best, but then he was bowling against such an attacking, aggressive batsman that I felt sorry for Akshar. These players would have blamed him, but then they should have remembered that he was bowling to probably even then one of the most destructive batsmen in cricket, and this Dhoni.
Sir, I wanted to ask you on this one because uh, MS Dhoni is called Captain Cool, is called the greatest finisher of the game that cricket has seen. But you always see him adjusting his gloves. Is that a way to get off the pressure situations?
No, no. If you remember, even the Vishakhapatnam innings against Pakistan was he kept on. It's a habit. I mean, a whole lot of people, a lot of batsmen do it. They take off the left glove and then put it back. I remember Raman Lamba was the first one I saw who had this habit. But and he has this habit of, he fiddles with the gloves here. That's what he does, and then it is just out of habit. It is not nervousness, because Dhoni is not the person to get nervous in any situation. That is the way he played his cricket right from his school days, taking on all the challenges and finishing the game on his own. Club matches, finishing them on his own, and then I learned later that this habit was there even when he was playing club cricket. So it stayed with him. It became a trademark. It probably you may say sometimes it may help him take his mind off what is happening. But even if he does all these adjustments before the ball is bowled, before he settles into a stance, you see how he looks at the field. That is a very good habit and a very important habit for a batsman. Many good batsmen do it before they face the ball. They should know what the field is, and he was master in beating the field.
Yes, sir. This will bring you to the end of episode number 2 of Know the Name MS Dhoni. If you haven't watched episode 1, where we talked about the 2011 Cricket World Cup finals, where Dhoni hammered 91 not out, check it out and stay tuned to watch the next 3 episodes of our series.